Pylon, go. Yes. Training your dog to run around a cone or a post or something is one of the foundation behaviors that I teach in both my puppy class and my foundation adult dog training class. You can use it for so many things. You can use it to give your dog exercise if you don't feel like running with them. You can use it to teach distance work in agility. So there's just so many things you can use it for. The way I train it, I use shape training. With shape training, first grade, you're going to mark and reward when your dog disconnects from the distraction. Second grade, you're going to mark and reward when your dog looks in the direction of the prop. I only use shape training when I'm working with props. Third grade, you're going to mark and reward when your dog looks at the prop. Fourth grade, you're going to mark and reward when your dog approaches the prop. Fifth grade, you're going to mark and reward when your dog interacts with the prop. In sixth grade, you're going to mark and reward when your dog interacts appropriately. So dogs that have already been trained with shape training, they're going to advance through the steps fairly quickly. Other dogs, it's going to take a while because what's happening, if they've never done shape training before, they have to learn the rules. So it's kind of like you're creating files in your dog's brain. And once they have those files, all I'm doing is just adding a new trick, so they'll learn fairly quickly. So I'm going to have this post off my right hip, my dog off my left hip. I'm going to hold the treats behind my back, so that's not a distraction. My dog is looking at me. I'm going to look at the post. As soon as he quits looking at me, I'm going to mark and I'm going to help him finish his behavior by luring him around. And then I'm going to toss the treat. Yes, he came back on his own, and that's just because I tossed it so far. That made sense. Yes. I'm looking at the post. Yes. So he's knowing to pass by me because he does know shape training. Yes. And he just interacted with it by poking it. That's not what I wanted. So he's all the way up to fifth grade. Yes. And now what we have to do is just help him, yes, get to the last step where he goes around the cone. Yes, come on. Yes, good boy. Good boy. So he's obviously interacting inappropriately. I thought he would be able to go around on his own, but that was not right. So I'm going to still have to help him. But I will start giving him the cue. Yes. And I just say, pylon. Yes, good boy. So he did walk past it before he was going to nudge it. Pylon. Good boy. Pylon. So I'm going to help him before he gets a chance to hit it with his nose. Pylon. Yes. Pylon. Yes. Pylon. Yes. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to abort his poking behavior. Good boy. Pylon, and I'll do this a few times and see if he can do it on his own. See, he still hit it. My goal is to, pylon, is to stop his nose poke. Pylon, pylon. Yes, good boy. That time he did not nudge it. But I'm still going to help him a couple more times. Pylon, before I ask him to do it without my hand. Pylon. Yes, his head just went a little bit towards the post, so I'm not trusting him yet. Pylon. Nice. Pylon. Yes. Pylon. Yes, good boy. So see, I'm able to step a little bit farther away now. Pylon. Yes, good boy. Here it is. Pylon. Whoopsie. So he did a few repetitions in a row, and then you saw that he went back to his default behavior, which is nudging it. What happens is when you're training something new, it takes a tremendous amount of brain energy, and they get fatigued fairly quickly, and they need to disconnect and recharge. And so he went around it a couple times without me luring too much, but then he went back and nudged it. That means he used up all his brain power. He needs to disconnect. And after giving him a couple minutes of downtime, we'll be able to resume the lesson, and he should be able to do it appropriately then. Okay, we've had some downtime. Let's see if he can get it now. Pylon. Pylon. Good. So I'm going to help him the first couple times. Pylon. Yes. Good boy. And that was very clean. Pylon. Nice. Good job. Pylon. Yes. Whoopsie. So I'm going to help him go around. Pylon. Yes. Pylon. Yes. Good job. Pylon. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So he did some nice ones and then he nudged it. That's not what I want. Let's try again. Ready? Pylon. Yes. Pylon. Yes. Good boy. Pylon. Yes. That was pretty. He didn't even try to touch it. And you see I'm moving farther and farther away each time. Pylon. Yes. Pylon. Yes. Pylon. Yeah, boy. So this was Lucky's very first lesson. Every training repetition I did with the camera on. And you saw it didn't take long. If your dog knows the rules to shape training, they can zip through all the levels fairly quickly and accomplish the behavior you want. And it's just amazing when they have to figure it out. It's in their brain permanently. He will know it forever. I can come back in a month without ever practicing and he'll be able to zip around. Pylon. Nice. Good boy. Good job.